So you want to know why your Facebook ads aren't working. It's super frustrating, isn't it? I've been there before. Don't worry. We're going to break down all of the different reasons why your Facebook ads might not be working and what to do instead. Let's cue that intro and get this episode on the road. But while that episode is playing, go ahead and share below what industry you're in so I know what kind of Facebook ads you're trying to run. Let's dive on in. Hey guys, my name is Rachel Pedersen. I'm a social media strategist and business owner. I've worked with a lot of clients over the last, has it already been 5 years? Almost 6 years? 5 years full time, and we've run a lot of Facebook ads. I've personally spent over now, this is crazy, $490,000 on Facebook ads for our own business. That does not include the millions of dollars in ad spend that we've worked on with our clients and generated over $15 million in revenue. Now, I want to share with you guys all the different reasons why your Facebook ads might not be working, but I'm going to give you guys a heads up. You may want to pull out a notebook and a pen because this is going to be intense. There's a whole lot in this. And at first, this is going to be mostly about diagnosing what's not going right, okay? So start with that in mind and recognize that anyone who promises that within one video, they're going to take you from non-converting ads to crushing it and making millions, they're not telling the truth. This video is going to be about recognizing what's wrong, but actually fixing the problem is going to take a little bit more work. And I don't ever want to promise fast results to people when, truth be told, great ads take a little bit of time. Can they be simple 1, 2, 3 steps? Yeah, absolutely. But mastery of ads is something that most people don't ever achieve. And truth be told, wouldn't there be a lot more millionaires if mastery of ads was just as simple as watch this YouTube video and boom, 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 you've got it. So let's dive on into the reasons why your Facebook ads aren't working. Number 1, this is the one that I see quite possibly overlooked the most, but yet it is oftentimes the number 1 killer of Facebook ads, and people are super reluctant to look at this one, but your offer isn't converting. This one hurts because it feels like for a lot of people, like I just said, that you have an ugly baby. But truth be told, that doesn't mean that your product isn't good. It just means that you need to put a little more effort into the marketing of your product. You have to get into the mindset of the people who want to buy your product. Otherwise, if your offer is not converting, it doesn't matter how much traffic you throw at it, it's never going to convert. Stop trying to make non-converting offers convert with Facebook ads. It's never going to happen. Okay, so here's the deal. The way that you can figure out whether or not your offer is converting enough for Facebook ads to work is to take a look at your conversion rate. What % of people who visit either your store or your website or your funnel end up purchasing? Then what you're going to do is ultimately compare that against 100. So if 100 people visit your website at this rate, how many people are going to buy? If less than 1 person is buying per 100 visitors to your website, there's a very good chance that this is not an offer that is scalable with Facebook ads. You want to make sure that your offer is converting at least 1% of website visitors, if not 2 to 5%, which is usually what we look for with offers that we're going to run Facebook ads to. So you have to be real with yourself. Is my offer converting or is it not converting? And if your offer is not converting, it's time to dive on in and start mastering the ability to sell through a digital sales funnel. A few resources that I highly recommend: The Irresistible Offer. It's a great book all about how to get your offer to convert with the existing offer that you currently have. The second big one that I recommend is Influence by Robert Cialdini. Great books for understanding how to make your offer convert. Number 2, this one can be painful for people sometimes. It's not the biggest reason why Facebook ads don't convert, but it can play a factor into this. And that is if your funnel is hideous or not working or non-functional. You may want to test this by asking a few different people in groups like, hey, is this working for you? Can you test this on desktop? Or maybe ask some friends to help you out and see if the funnel actually works. I've seen far too many people run ads to funnels and offers that actually didn't even functionally perform. And then they were super disappointed when, truth be told, people were trying to buy and they actually didn't even have the ability to purchase. So make sure that you do a test purchase to see if you can actually run through the full purchase on your funnel or website. Number 3, Okay, guys, as we dive on in here, the next few are going to be a little bit of tough love. So don't hate me. I'm just the messenger, but these are really important truths that you probably need to hear before you spend another dollar on Facebook ads. Number 3, your copy isn't enticing. You're not pulling people in. And don't worry, copy takes a long time to learn. So if your copy isn't enticing, there's a very good chance that you are in the many who have not yet mastered copy. Note, I said yet. That means that there's absolutely hope for you. There's several different books that I've really leaned into to understand copy and to learn how to write Facebook ad copy that actually works. Now, how do you know if it's the copy that's not converting on your Facebook ads? You need to look at the click-through rate on your Facebook ads within the Facebook Ads Manager. I look for a 1 to 2% link click-through rate, and if I don't have at least 1 to 2%, I know that there's a very good chance that my copy didn't pull people in and entice them to click. A few resources I recommend include The Ultimate Sales Letter by Dan Kennedy, Copywriting Secrets by Jim Edwards, that's phenomenal for newbies, and Great Leads by Michael Masterson. Number 4, your creatives are boring. I'm sorry, I told you guys, please don't be mad at me, I'm just the messenger on this. If your creatives are not getting people's attention and making them stop scrolling through their busy life, their busy news feed, while they're on a conference call, like multitasking to the max, then there's a good chance your ads will never get the attention that they deserve. One of my favorite things to do is to ask myself, does this stand out to me? Put your ads in the middle of your news feed as a test. You can do this as a preview and see, does this image make me say like, oh, I want to stop? And here's a hint for you. If it's not bold colors or a strong emotion or something that's out of the ordinary, if there's not a pattern interrupt, the chances are your Facebook ad creatives are kind of blending in with the rest of Facebook. Try testing out some new creatives. You can use websites like Unsplash to get awesome creatives that ultimately jam-pack you full of ads that honestly stop the scroll. Number 5, your Facebook targeting is either too targeted or completely off base. Please note that I didn't say your targeting is too large. A lot of times people think that you honestly can target too big of an audience. I disagree. I've targeted the entire world and had success with Facebook ads. That is a misconception about Facebook ads. You cannot target a big enough audience if your copy, creative, landing page, and offer are on point. But you can target too small of an audience and actually niche yourself down to a place where you're like, oh my gosh, this is way too small of an audience. And Facebook actually struggles to get your ads in front of the right people who are most likely to take action. By the way, let me just share this real fast. If you want to learn more about Facebook ads from me, I have a ton more coming on its way to you guys. So head on over to confidentialannouncement.com and opt in using your email address to get some of my biggest announcements as it relates to Facebook ads, as well as some other super juicy freebies. So head on over to confidentialannouncement.com and enter your email. So the thing about targeting is if you niche down too much, Facebook actually struggles to get your ads in front of the right audience because you're competing with a lot of other people within the auction. Whereas when you say, hey, Facebook, here's the action that I ultimately want. Can you please put my ads in front of the audience that's the most likely to take action on this? You'd be amazed to see how brilliant Facebook's AI actually is at getting those ads in front of the right people. I oftentimes find when I think that I know better than Facebook does, that's when I am way too set in my ways and I oftentimes don't get the results that I'm looking for. Number 6, this one's simply a diagnostic. I would take note of this, but in order to identify whether or not you're using the wrong objective, we're gonna have to go a lot deeper. So head on over to confidentialannouncement.com and register there, but you can be using the wrong objective. Well, every single objective on Facebook ads has the ability to perform. There are certain objectives that are going to work better depending on your budget, your ads, your conversion rate, etc. Whether you're testing a funnel or an offer, there's so much that goes into that. And number 7, and that is you're not spending enough money. If I had $1 for every time someone said I spent $25 on Facebook ads and I'm super bummed because I didn't get any purchases, and then when I ask how much is your program and they say $17,000, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not shocked. I just have to be honest. I'm not shocked at all. If I could spend $25 and get someone into a $17,000 program, that would be magic, like legitimately magic. Now, that's not to say that we haven't had some pretty miraculous and magical results with Facebook ads, but oftentimes people dedicate way too small of a budget for something that deserves about 5% of revenue at least in order to scale and grow. So if you're not spending enough money, it can be difficult to get even a sample size or the data that you need to determine whether or not your Facebook ads are actually working. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Give it a big fat thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Feel free to thumbs it down if you found my voice super annoying. All engagement is good engagement, and it all helps, by the way. Comment below and let me know which of these diagnostics you're the most excited to learn more about. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy learning about marketing, social media, business, or entrepreneurship. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye for now. So let's dive on in. Whoa, where was I going with that? Blah. You have to, what was I saying there? Which is what we usually look like. Wait, usually what we look like.